understand, but not everybody had what it takes to pursue their dream. You know what I mean? It's somebody you talking to that had a dream of doing a podcast and getting it cracking like y'all got it cracking.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody you talk to.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? But they don't have the drive that you have. They don't have the motivation that you have that's keeping them to do it. They got all the capabilities.
Mm-hmm.
But if your drive ain't where that drive is, it's just a want. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
just something you want to do. Y'all put it together.
I appreciate
You
that,
know what
man.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like real talk. Big and Lazy Podcast, man. Get on here.
Yeah, get on here, tap in with us, man.
Tap in.
This podcast was produced by B. Haywood for Confirmed Podcast. Subscribe now.
Man, this is the Big and Lazy Podcast. I'm Big, I'm B-Fine, and we back with another special guest. Man, introduce yourself, man.
Man, what's happening? It's your man Fonz Brown. What it do? What's up?
I appreciate it. West up, man. Where you from? What part of the West?
Olive, man, 28th.
Is this mic close enough? Is it mic? You talking?
Yeah, 28th. Olive area, over that way.
Oh, okay.
They building all the new stuff, all the new hospitals and things.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's over about Elliott Park.
Yeah, over that way.
They really did a wonder with them apartments right there.
Yeah, it's going, gentrification is real, man.
It is, ain't it?
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah. We got
some of that land, y'all.
real talk. If you can afford to get some property, get it and hold on to it. Like,
Yeah.
I had something going on, but I had a bad business partner that kind of janked me out the. Mm-hmm. So it's the Big and Lazy Podcast, man. Man, you give us something good to eat and give us something good to watch.
Yeah. Yeah. Something good to eat. Right now I'm big on that surf and turf, man. So that lobster and steak, you know what I'm saying? Smack a little shrimp on top of there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And something good to watch, man. I watch, motivational, type videos and, in the mornings, man. So start the day off with something positive, you know what I mean? Whatever that may be, whether it be something church related or just true motivation, you know what I'm saying?
Are you familiar with Wallow 267?
Wallow 267. Sounds familiar.
$1 million for game. Yeah, I watch this shit every morning, man. He's just motivational, man.
Yeah, most definitely. They doing their thing on $1 million for game.
Yes, they are, man. Shout out to them. And one other question. If you could see anybody on here, but you got to be able to make that call or set it up for us, who would it be?
Who would it be if I could set somebody up on here? My partner Nate, man. My homeboy Nate King. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He jeweler in the city, AGC Jewelers. You know what I mean? I'm doing some things 2025 with them.
Hold on. What you got going with them?
Brand marketing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just diversifying the portfolio. You know what I'm saying? So got bourbon, get the jewelry going.
But he's already been on here. Him and his artist. No?
Yeah.
Him and his artist, AP Rowley. So yeah. Yeah, and that was one of the AP Rowley, that was his second time on here, but he brought him. Mm-hmm. That was a dope episode right there. He gave a lot of gems. Yeah, I fuck with Rowley, man. I seen him leaving the boat the other day. He said, I can't find my car, man. I'm like, damn, you ain't pawned the motherfucker to him, did you?
Yeah, most definitely.
So,
some of my models.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, some of the models that rock with me, you know what I'm saying? I would love to get some of them on her.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely. We got to set that up. We try to get it up early, but, we record a couple weeks in advance. We wouldn't be able to get it out in time, but, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, we'll make it happen.
Yeah, we definitely going to make it happen. So what made you get into, like, let's talk about it, because that Dealers After Dark event was amazing. Like, so what made you, where did all that come from? Like, where did that?
I had, just came up with a wild idea to do a fashion show, and I was actually looking for venues, you know what I mean? And I took it to quite a few different people, you know what I'm saying, trying to, get with our folk, you know what I mean, and see if I can let them see the vision and what I was trying to do. And didn't really, come across. And then, something just told me, just aim high, you feel me?
Right.
Be dope if I did it in the mall.
That's
you know what I'm saying? So I went over there, had my plan together, wrote it out, did my research, figured out who I needed to talk to, and set up the meeting. It was specific. It wasn't nothing where I just went in there and asked one time. It took about 5 or 6 different times of me showing my face and about 7, 8 different phone calls, you know what I mean, to the same person, to the point where he kind of had to see what I was talking about, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
After so long, he dug what I was talking, and, 3 years later, here we go.
Yeah, that's dope, man. I used to run in the mall. Like, I went to Wagner, so just to be from cutting school, going in the mall, cutting up.
Yeah.
You went to Wagner?
Yeah, I went to Wagner too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 98.
I did. You was a little before me.
Yeah,
10 years of actually.
Yeah, I'm OG, man.
Yeah, OG, triple OG. And I'm like, damn, I used to be in this mall cutting up. Now they, live interviews, and I'm here, doing the show after dark. Yeah. That shit's wild.
Man, it tripped me out too. It's kind of a surreal moment, when you do sit back and look at everything and where you come from. You know what I mean? I know where I come from and what I used to do. So to be able to get the mall after hours and put something on and put other people on, man, it's a different feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's an amazing feeling, man. So, like, what made you get into like modeling? Like, what made you,
Man, a lot of people, me personally, you know what I'm saying? I don't model. People think I model. I just push the brand, you know what I'm saying? But Louisville is known for fashion.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We got our own kind of swag. We got our own kind of style. You know what I'm saying? So I try to make sure I highlight that. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I enjoy doing what I do with dealers. You know what I'm saying? But I also enjoy making sure I at least set a platform where somebody can get on there from the city and, showcase their line and do their thing.
Yeah.
Got a few of them coming. 2025, I'm already working in 2025 right now with a few things in the works, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. With like more shows, network.
Yeah, more fashion shows.
Uh-huh.
My boy Deontay Alford, he's president of Midnight Mafia Car Club, and he's connected me with a gentleman named Eric Benson. Eric is the main guy. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Norton's Cars and Commons. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He's the guy who brings in all the exotics and all of that, where we're looking to partner, where I bring fashion and exotic cars together. We was looking to do it last year at Bowman Field, but hit a couple hiccups, you know what I'm saying, in the process. But we didn't stop planning for it. You know what I mean? It was more or less just looking for the proper venue to be able to do everything.
Oh, okay. I'm looking forward to that, man.
Yeah, man.
Maybe you can cut us in, or maybe we can do another.
Man, I got you, man.
Uh-huh. So how was it transition from street business to like branding a legit business? Like, could you describe that and what was like the turning point, if you want?
I mean, the turning point was when, I got hit up and got hit with them bullets. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you got shot?
Yeah,
I hear that.
I had to get my legs back up under me again.
Yeah.
It took me a couple years to really walk, but being able to realize that if you have the mindset to where you can survive and maneuver in the street, you damn sure can do it in the corporate. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I mean, it's just a mentality you gotta have. The same mentality of get up and go.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Everything is a product. You know
Right.
what I mean? So you get the product, you sell the product, you re-up on the product, stack the profit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Same thing. You know what I mean? So when you are to transition, you know what I'm saying, from doing one thing in the streets to doing the corporate thing, you know what I mean, there's really no difference except the product. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? The aggressiveness is still the same, you know what I mean, in some cases, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The willingness to be the best, you know what I'm saying, is always there. I mean, it's always competition in everything you do, except this one right here, you don't have to worry about getting locked up too much, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Who was that? They said you gotta think of how good hustlers are. They selling the product they can't even advertise.
Mm-hmm.
They can't even, you know what I mean?
Can't even put your face out
You
there.
can't put your face out, and because if you can take that same drive and hustle into the real, and you're bound for success.
Bound for success. You know what I mean? Like you said, you can't put your face on market. Hey, I got this product.
Mm-hmm.
You can't put a website up saying you got cocaine for sale.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you can put your product up of whatever it is that's legal and spread it through, the airways. You know how it go.
Right. So do you want to talk about how you the getting shot and the recovery process you want to talk about?
Shit, I was, doing my thing. I got set up for a minor amount. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But minor amount, cost me a couple of years of walking. A lot of people don't know I was into music real tough before I got shot. You know what I'm saying? So I was in talks with Interscope real hard. You know what I'm saying? Guy Kevin Black, he's the one responsible for like the Young Bucks, the Chingies, the Jibs, and all of them back in that era. You know what I'm saying? But took me a long time to get them legs back, man. You know what I'm saying? So they wasn't trying to, ain't nobody checking for nobody in the walker. You know what I'm saying? So picked up all the shit I do now.
That's what's up. So when you was down like that, did you see people turn your back on you? Did you see people gravitate?
Most definitely. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely. A lot of people are around for what they can get. A lot of people are around for the party and the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They cool when everything, all the lights, camera, and action on, but when that real work need to be put in or that real helping hand need to be given, you know what I'm saying, they ain't nowhere to be found. And that kind of molded a lot of my thought process too on, the whole thing as far as being illegal and versus legal. You know what I'm saying? Like, all this hype and bullshit. You know what I mean? That's all it is, bro. Put a target on your back.
It does, man. And it speaking of, like, you want to describe like the state of the black community. Do you think we are better off now than we are in the back of the day? Because I listen to Charleston White a lot. He says a lot of dumb stuff, but he says even more.
Yeah. The shit he be saying, man, he be hitting home sometimes. You gotta keep it real. A lot of sometimes he be on his bullshit. You know what I mean? As do most people. But if you really listening to what he's saying, a lot of the shit be true. You know what I mean? We be our own worst enemies a lot. You know what I'm saying? And we allowing these social media apps and clicks and likes to determine who we are. You know what I mean? Or who we want to be, not even really who you are. You know what I mean? Or who you portray to be. So, unfortunately, we come from where we don't have a lot of positive role models or lack of fathers in the households and things like that. Somebody to really shape, a little bit of your vision, a little bit of your mind and show you right from wrong. So you get led to what's the most popular thing, the internet, social media. I work in the school system, so I get to see this firsthand, you know what I mean, these kids and how social media is really impacting their brains, man. It's sad, it's for real.
It is, like, and when people speak of like the control on social media, we are older. We 35 and 40 and maybe late 20s. These are developing minds. These are 10, 11. They don't know reality. They don't, you know what I mean? They still got developing brains.
Man, they don't understand what's on the other side of the wall waiting on them. You know what I'm saying? So everything is really just fun and games right now. But when you actually have to wake up and figure out life, that's different. It hit different. When you go to school, I got this class, I got that class, I got lunch, I got PE, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to kick it in the house, cut, whatever it is you do through that school day, but that's what you about to do. When you wake up and that's over with and you can't come back into school and you just in the world and you have to figure out what you going to do, that's when real life set in. You know what I'm saying? That's when, your decisions are made that can be detrimental to your future. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, choose wisely.
Exactly. I'm going to take a little break. It's the Big and Lazy podcast. So I need you to go to bigandlazy.com. All our links is on there. Facebook, Apple, Spotify, YouTube. All our links is on there. Our paid prescription site is on there. Yeah, click on that. Become a member. We got different tiers. We got the $5 there, but just for $5, you get unreleased episodes, you get extra content, you get everything, man. You get behind the scenes, you get the bloopers, you get all that. So go to bigandlazy.com and click on support Big and Lazy, and we appreciate it. But if you don't want to subscribe, I understand that. We got like a $3 increments. You can donate in $3 increments if you don't want a subscription. So we appreciate that. So you said you work at the school. said you for the school.
Yep.
What age groups do you work in? What age do?
High school.
Uh huh.
Yeah, up at Shawnee, man.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do there?
Mentor. You know
Oh, really?
what I'm saying? Yeah, do a lot of youth mentoring. Everybody's on security duty because it's a high alert school. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, deal with men equality. They in there. You know what I mean? So just get one-on-one with a lot of these kids majority of the time.
So what would you say is the main reason, like, what's the main difference between children back growing up in your day and today's day? Like, what would you say is like
Respect. You know what I'm saying? The respect factor.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Is the thing. You know, back in the day, you know, you moved a little different. You know what I'm saying? Because your neighbor could check you. You know what I'm saying? Now, nobody even wants you to say anything to their kids. You know what I'm saying? So even when the kid could be absolutely in the dead wrong. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just the respect, you know, and like I said, I blame social media. That's all it preaches is disrespect. You know what I mean?
It does.
You know, fellas disrespect the girls, girls disrespect the fellas. You know what I'm saying? And it creates that cycle where, you know, make it like we don't need each other. You know what I mean?
And we definitely do. Like you said back in the day, I'm gonna call your mama, nigga, straighten up real good.
Straighten up real quick.
Call my mama, I don't care. She gonna cuss you out. And I'm like, man, that's
Then you call, you know, the mama come down just as wild as the kids do nowadays.
And you see where it comes from, man.
You absolutely see where it's come from. You know, we've actually had video footage of kids acting a fool. You know what I'm saying? And the parents come in and still see the video footage and still try to find some reason the kid to twist it. And I'm like, man, how do you deny this footage? You know what I'm saying?
Me.
Like real talk, and that's a real thing, man. Real, for real.
And I got another buddy. He's a teacher. He said you can tell who got structure at home, who got. It goes a long way. Like
you get some that's yes sir, no sir. You know, yes ma'am, no ma'am. You know, and then you got some that talk to you like you fresh off the block. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and it's unfortunate, dude, because like I said, people can be walking through. You know what I'm saying? And just speak freely. You know,
right
type shit.
So, business and relationships, like how do you like? Could you talk on like the importance of that? Because like 6 degrees of separation is a real thing. Like
just
knowing the right people can, you know what I mean, can take you a long way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, networking. Networking like crazy. Making sure you putting the proper team around you. You know what I'm saying? If not, you find yourself running around like crazy. You know, trying to do everything. You know, I've fallen victim to that myself. You know, many times over. You know, I kind of outwork a lot of situations. You know,
right.
No disrespect to anybody,
right?
Because I ever worked with, but I'm a different kind of animal. You know what I mean? I can go to bed at midnight, 12:30. I'm up at 4 a.m., 4:30. You know, praying, meditating, listening to my shit to get me motivated. And, you know, starting the day.
Right.
You know, and making sure I'm at every meeting, making sure I'm on time, ready to get shit going. But you got to make sure your circle's right. You know what I mean? Make sure your relationship with them is what it is and everybody's empowered. You know, do what you came to do. You know, make sure you do your part. You know what I'm saying? Try to find people who do other things that you don't. You know what I mean?
Compliment each other.
Yeah. If you got weak points, know your weak points and be humble enough to know those weak points. You know what I'm saying? And try to see if you can get some people to help you with it. You know.
That's what it's all about. Complimenting each other, finding a team, and like taking that constructive criticism. Like right before this episode started, our producer gave me a couple pointers, a couple feedbacks. Like I'm all for it. Like I love, especially if it's warranted. You know what I mean? But some people you got haters, but constructive criticism is a real thing, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's a difference between constructive criticism and destructive criticism. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. You know what I mean? You got some people who really got your best interests, you know what I mean, and want to see you shine. So they're like gonna tell you, from a viewer's point of view, what they see, you know what I mean, or even what they would like to see. You know what I mean? And then you got those who, just hate on you for no apparent reason because they're not in the situation, you know what I'm saying, that you are in are being able to do the things that you do. So it's a lot of destructive, doubt and trying to plant seeds of, negative thoughts in your head, make you feel like it's not gonna pop. You know what I'm saying? So it's a difference. You just gotta make sure you're able to see the difference.
Trying to dim your light, huh? The stick of
Yeah,
shine
pretty
bright.
much. You know what I mean? Like people cast their doubts on you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like everybody had dreams to do something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But not everybody had what it takes to pursue their dream. You know what I mean? There's somebody you talking to that had a dream of doing a podcast and getting it cracking like y'all got it cracking.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody you talk to.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? But they don't have the drive that you have. They don't have the motivation that you have that's keeping them to do it. They got all the capabilities.
Mm-hmm.
But if your drive ain't where that drive is, it's just a want. You know what I'm saying? It's just something you want to do. You can, y'all put it together.
I appreciate
you
that,
know
man.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like real talk. Big and Lazy Podcast, man. Get on here.
Yeah, get on here, tap in with us, man.
Tap in.
And like I say all the time, like if you're looking to get a podcast started, man, you come and holler at us. We always looking for people to join the team.
Yeah.
Confirm that work. B Haywood, B Fines. That's my Instagram. But yeah, just reach out. And I never gatekeep. I've never been a gatekeeper. Like it was this one incident. Like she had a business. I ain't gonna say a business. She had a business, and she's always posting her damn business and how much this business is doing good. So of course, people's gonna be like, "Oh, turn me on." Woo, woo, woo. No, I'm gonna charge you for this. I'm gonna charge you for that. I'm like, that's some sucker shit.
Yeah.
Especially to keep it at 1,000. It's not really it's your issue. I don't know, but it's a partnership. But so a couple months down the road, I get my podcast. My podcast is making momentum, and she made a little status. I'm looking to get a podcast started. So I commented, like, hey, let me know. Oh, you a real nigga, because I was expecting you to charge me and be on some Hollywood. No.
Right.
I'm going to tell you, you get your Buzzsprout, you get your logo, you get your cameras, and,
right.
You ain't got to have a fancy setup like us. We ain't really got a fancy setup, but you ain't got to have a nice setup like that. They sell kits on Amazon for like $50, $60.
Right.
All you need is an iPhone, but that'll start you off, but I've never been a gatekeeper. So how
there's more than one site than Buzzsprout, and there's more than one way to do it. Like, get at me if you want to know. Like real talk. Like he said, we don't gatekeep.
Not at all. Like
No.
Buzzsprout is like it's one of the many sites, and that's just I'm gonna go a little detail. That's just a site you put your link to your audio on there, and that kicks it to all the audio goes to Apple, Spotify. Like that's a distributor right there. Little small fee, but I'm gonna ask you, how do you deal with gatekeeping? Have you ever experienced gatekeeping?
Man, I've experienced it a lot. You know what I mean? Because one thing about this city, you're gonna come across a lot of that, and I've actually made my name by not gatekeeping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can call me, and I hit you back with what the information is you need. You know who you trying to link with, what you trying to do. Like if people can realize that's what's gonna make our city crack. We have so much talent here in our city that if we just push each other or at least give each other that leg up, ain't no telling what can come out of this city. You know what I mean? So gatekeeping is something that I despise like something crazy. You know what I mean? Like people have to realize like we all need a helping hand somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I'm always looking to make an ally. You know what I mean? I'd rather do that before I make the enemies. You know what I mean? Shit. My alley-oop may send you somewhere you never thought.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now here you are, super huge, and I'm still trying to do my thing. You might come back and look out for me. If you do, you do. You don't, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
But me and you know what we did. You know what I'm saying? So.
And and like you say, I looked out for people like, and I'm never like, well, if I do this for him, I'm gonna get this in return.
Right. No, man. I mean, God gonna bless you anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you already good once you are helping somebody, regardless if they turn around and hand you something back physically, spiritually you're good because in your heart you genuine about making sure you did what you need to do to help that person. You know what I mean? And that's just what should be going around in this city, man. Like we had more of that, it would be dope. It would be just so dope. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real.
Yeah, man. Like, and I like me doing this podcast, and I just see how much talent and so much, so many dope artists and musicians and entrepreneurs and, people with clothing lines. Like,
where the hell you come from?
Man, real talk.
You
Like,
know
man, how
what
long
I'm
you
saying?
been doing this? Like, like.
What the hell? Type shit.
Have you worked with any local clothing lines or artists that
Clothing lines, I've had quite a few, I dealt with, just in my fashion show, my cousin Wolfpack clothing brand, Phil Kirby, he dropped his clothing brand, up in Dealers After Dark before.
Yeah.
Eddie Rowe at my first, you know what I'm saying? He was doing their thing. My homegirl was Sheesh, you know what I'm saying? So we are. Like I said, we open to work with whoever. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I got a few on my radar that I tapped into, a couple boutiques that I'm reaching out to for my summer fashion show. This will be my first summer fashion show, 2025.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, bikini, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Bathing suit
okay.
show, you know what I mean? So
Do you know where it's gonna be at?
actually, I just got some emails, you know what I mean? I'm in the process. I don't even want to throw it out there, but
Yeah.
I'm going to just say it'll be around the pool.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Bikini fashion show around the pool. So
let me start doing some sit-ups and push-ups.
Hey, come on, man. Let me come on, man. We got big dudes in the shit.
Yeah, man.
You know
I
what
could
I'm
be out there.
They be rapping. The ladies love the big dudes when they hit the runway, man. I ain't even gonna front.
Yeah,
They
man.
love the big dudes when they hit the runway, man. Shit.
That's what's up. So how did you pick your vendors for Dealers After Dark? Because my cousin Q, did you handpick Terrellin, the artist, the artist that performed at hand?
They submitted some music. You know what I'm saying? What we had going on, and I dug it, and I just sent whoever sent me music. I was just sending it out to people. You know what I'm saying? And they would give me feedback. You know what I mean? And the more feedback I got about the artist was the ones that I was just calling.
Yeah.
And Youngin was hot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I fuck with him. Man.
I rocks with him. We're actually looking to do another show together in the works 2025. You know what I mean? So um, working on the date, you know what I mean, with the goodwill, you know what I'm saying, type situation, you know what I mean? So when we do get that show, finalized or whatever it may be, when we finally do mark the date, we putting him back on again, you know what I'm saying, as one of the headline artists, I think he's going to be all right, though, you know what I'm saying,
So you worked with that show was together with the Goodwill?
No, that was we did that solely BMG. Like we did that. I'm looking to do a Goodwill fashion show. You know what I'm saying? Basically, where we highlight and show people that you can actually put something good together with Goodwill. Materials. Goodwill has a lot of good stuff going on, and
they do.
It just really need to be highlighted and to actually be able to put on the show on the block that I grew up on, you know what I'm saying, 28th Street, you know what I'm saying?
Ah, yeah.
It's huge, you know what I mean? So, like I said, shout out to the Goodwill. Like I said, no date set yet. We looking at March, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, we're just trying to make sure everything aligned right before we just throw something out there. But just a couple things that's in the works, man, right now.
Oh, okay, that's dope, man. Yeah, Terrellin, that's my cousin's artist, and he sent me his music, man, and I'm like, man, we gotta have him on the show. Like, he's like
he hit me up for some good advice, outside of music. You know what I mean? Like, and just some of the questions that, he was asking me, even relationship wise, you know what I'm saying? Let me know his mind is somewhere else and it's really where it's supposed to be. He's kind of locked in on what he's trying to do, you know what I'm saying? And that's real, man. And it's rare for somebody at his age and nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
Conversations that I know me and him had.
And he's married too. Like, he brought his wife up here. That guy, like, he's so deep, and like that was one of the deepest interviews, man. Like, shout out to him.
And I told him, and I didn't know he was married until I knew he had a girlfriend. But he was like, no, he's married. And I was like, you got you a good one then. You just make sure you do right by him.
Right.
You know what I mean? But with being in the public eye and, being an R&B singer, you're naturally going to gravitate to females, you know what I mean, or to you, so to speak. Don't believe your own press. Just know what you got at home. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be all right. You know what I mean? That's what I told him, If I didn't understand that at his age at all. You know what I'm saying? So, and I didn't have anybody in my ear dropping that kind of real knowledge on me. So that was part of the questions he was asking me. You know what I'm saying? How to make sure his wife is comfortable.
Right.
You know what I mean? While he's trying to do all of this. You know what I mean?
That's amazing, man. And that's what it goes back to, like, and a lot of younger guys don't really like listen to older guys, but I can tell you more about being 21 than you can tell me about being 35.
You know what I mean?
I might not be the richest man or yada yada yada, but life is
you
gonna
done
teach
bumped
you
your
something.
head a couple times.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? And that's the thing. Like, that goes back to the issue with what's going on with these youngins. They don't have enough real ones giving them the real scoop on what's going on. Like, we done all bumped our heads.
Right.
We done all done knucklehead shit. You know what I'm saying? But how did we not do it again? What process did we get? You know what I mean? Process did we learn to not repeat the same exact thing over and over again? And once we learn that process, it's our duty to drop it down to the youngins. And unfortunately, you know, they're not getting that. You know what I'm saying? You can tell that, you know, pretty much by the music and shit they putting out.
Right.
What you sipping on over there?
That's some XL wine. What was?
Yeah, that XL wine. Yeah, we gotta get you some bro brothers in here, man.
We gotta get some bro brothers, man. But we gonna set that up real soon, man. We just like, and just to nobody, don't take this personally, but man, our DMs are getting crazier and crazier by the day, and it's just me. It's just, if you talking to Big and Lazy on the internet, it's just me. It might be him, but 99% of the time it's me, and that's TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I got my own personal pages. I got, you know what I mean? It's nothing personal. You know, I try to get back to people, you know what I mean? We record once a week. And okay, if 10 people's in my inbox and work once a week, that's 2.5 months. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to, you know what I mean? And it you know, we're trying to get everybody, man. Everybody's trying to get on. We're trying to get everybody on.
That's a blessing.
It is a blessing. That's a blessing. That's a good problem to have. Like, I was telling my homie that, I'm like, damn, my DM is blowing up. My phone's ringing up. But that's a blessing. That's a blessing.
When God started dropping it on you, he drop it on you. That's why you just gotta be prepared.
Yeah, you gotta be prepared, man. Yeah.
You know, a lot of people not prepared for their blessings. You know what I'm saying? They want them, but they ain't prepared.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I seen in a meme, they said, you can't complain about a full plate when your plan was for you to eat.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Real talk. There's many nights wasn't none on that plate for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So pile it on.
Real talk.
Pile it on. You know, my shoulders is built for it.
Yeah. So this is kind of, you know, a little unrelated. Thanksgiving, man. This is the topic. It's coming up. I ask all black people this. Do you eat chitlins?
Definitely not.
You don't eat chitlins? You ain't never ate them?
I tried them. I just can't get with the texture, man. I'm good on that.
Ah, man.
I'm good on that. To be quite honest, I've been laying off the pork, you know, so much. You know, I think I may eat a little pepperoni pizza, maybe a bacon cheeseburger, you know, but that's probably about as far as I go. I used to be a heavy pork eater. Now I'm more of into my beef and chicken, you know, things like that, fish, you know.
Real talk.
Type of thing. So, you know, trying to keep his workout going, you know what I mean? You know, got an event looking to do something with my man DeJuan Means too. Shout out to DeJuan Means, By Any Means Fitness.
Okay.
Yeah, 2025. I'm planning to find a location to basically host like a nightclub workout type situation.
Wow, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, where it's going like you going to the club, but we going to work out, you know.
Okay.
So at the bar you have nutrition, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. So
man, that's a 101 right there, man.
I was just chopping it up yesterday. So like I said, locations in the works for a couple things, and once everything get done with these locations, you know, we're gonna have something different coming to the city.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. Like, we as black folks, and I'm talking to myself too, we gotta take our health more seriously. Like, because it's written all over, you know, our grannies and uncles and die from diabetes and high blood pressure and stroked out.
Yeah. Follow Dr. Patton, Dr. Steve Patton, man, on Facebook, man. That's my guy, you know, for them health tips. He's always dropping crazy knowledge about health on there. Steve Patton, man.
Is he a local guy?
No, he's probably in his 30s.
I said local.
Oh, local.
Yeah, okay.
He's older. Yeah, he's local.
Oh, okay.
He's Norton's, you know what I mean? So some of the events that I do, Norton's chop it up and come out with me. You know what I mean? So me and Dr. Patton, we've actually, you know, linked outside of the Norton's atmosphere, you know, and doing our own thing. But he's constantly dropping health tips, man. So if you need some good health tips, especially if you're a black male, Dr. Steve Patton. You know what I'm saying?
Are you familiar with Half Daddy Wow? Half Daddy Now?
I have heard of it.
Yeah, him and
but I don't know him personally though.
Yeah, he's right there off Ralph, and he actually he's teamed up with he's a vegan chef, the vegan guy. So if you're ever looking for a caterer and you're looking for a healthy kick, I heard he's a bomb ass. I never got to taste his food personally, but he's out in Vegas now. But he comes back to the city once in a while. But he's a bomb ass chef, a vegan chef, all vegan. Yeah,
that's what's up.
Yeah,
What's up.
So
I still like the meat though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I gotta eat the meat.
Can't give up the wings, man. That's what I say. I can't give up no chicken.
I can't give it. I can't just eat the lettuce and all of that. I got to have the
Yeah.
the chicken, the steak. You know what I mean? Shrimp. Crab legs, all that good stuff. I just bought some lobster tails today.
Oh, okay.
Ready to get it in.
Yeah. How you cook them?
I'm on steam.
Steam them?
I'm saying? Yeah, I'm on steam. Get it in.
You ever put them on the grill?
You know what? I thought about doing that too. It just depends on what the weather like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was one of the options. But with this rain, look like it's been kicking in. I'm trying to get them on sooner than later.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
that's my thing, grilling. I can't really cook worth a damn, but I can grill. And when I grill, everything in that fucking refrigerator is going on that grill. Man, give me corn. I don't even like corn. Vegetables. I love that grill. One time I did some smoked queso. made it up in the pan and set it on the grill, smoked some wood on it. And, oh my God. It was a guy by the Charles Frey. He was matter of fact, he grew up on 32nd, right across on Broadway. I think that's East Lawn. He was a wizard with that smoker, man. He'll smoke lobster tail, steak, everything, man. Yeah. But he about passed a couple years ago.
Man, I just really started getting in that kitchen, but since I've been in there, I've been on my recipes and killing it. I ain't even gonna front.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I never thought a lot of stuff that I do now, man. You know what I mean? It come from that whole transition. Finding new things to do with my life. You know what I mean? Cooking and more family-oriented things. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is now for me. So I enjoy getting behind that stove and, whipping up seasons and things.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to have to get into
see what your grill game like.
Yeah, man. I ain't fucking around. I can't cook ain't no size with it, man. I'm telling you. I still got some, it's time to throw that shit away now. It's about 4 or 5 days old. Yeah. I got a couple of ribs, like about 4 or 5 bones. I'm going to go and toss it. I would toss it to my dog, but she passed away a couple of weeks ago.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
It didn't hit me till because usually that's my dog. She's in the backyard grilling with me. And a hot dog hit the ground. I turned to throw it to her, and
it was out of muscle memory.
Yeah, out of muscle memory. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That was my girl.
R.I.P. to the dog. What's the dog name?
Peaches, R.I.P. Peaches, man. We're going to take a drink today.
Yeah, take a drink to Peaches.
Yeah, man. So is there anybody in the city that you want to work with that you haven't got a chance to, or maybe we can make it kind of talk more to
let me think, man. Damn, I've worked with so many folk, man. Tammy Hawkins, man, she's doing her thing in my hood over in Parkland a lot. You know what I mean? So I think, sometime next year we'll find some city councilman Hawkins to do something with. Ja'Cory Arthur, you know what I mean? He's, city council guy, but he's big with our people. Oh, yeah, Mr. Holt, Devontae Holt over at the Ali Center, you know what I mean? Me and him been chopping it up on checks, trying to find the right thing, the right opportunities to really link. Of course, like I said, Goodwill, Emery Lee, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Lee over there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just, my hand is in a lot of stuff with a lot of different people, you know what I mean, throughout the city. Some of these major organizations. And like I said, it's just a blessing to be able to, reaching my phone and call some of these people. You know what I mean? Knowing where I come from. Like I said, sometimes I go back to the hood, go back to the block, and I'm there, and I just stand there and try to take it all in. You know what I'm saying? Because I know the things that I did do, you know what I mean? The things that me and my partner survived or whatever, and some didn't.
Right.
To be able to do the things that I do now. Damn near playing hopscotch around the city with different venues and major spots that I want.
Did you ever see yourself in this position? Did you ever,
I always knew I was going to do something. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was more on the music front until, like I said, I got shot. But I always knew that I was gonna be doing something that was gonna be in front of cameras, lights, you know what I mean? Some way, shape, or form, and not even by just trying to be in front of them. Just the things that I knew I would do would bring them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm built for it. I come from a family of musicians, actors, all of that type thing.
Really?
So, um, you know, it's in me.
Right. It was in your DNA.
Yeah, it's in my DNA. So it's hard to not do what I know that I was born to do. You know what I'm saying?
So who would you say is the top? I'm just gonna ask you a random question, like the top 3. I guess say most famous people from Louisville, are the biggest names from Louisville. Like, who would you?
I mean, the biggest names from Louisville. I'm gonna start at the top. Ali.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna Ali.
You gotta go Ali
Uh-huh.
off the muscle. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go with my man Stat. You know what I mean? Static Major.
R.I.P. Static Major.
R.I.P. Static Major. You know what I'm saying? And you got it. I mean, hate it or love it, some Jack Harlow. I mean, the man Bryson. I mean, we got people. You know what I'm saying? It trips me out looking at how big Jackson got. I remember many years before he was Jack Harlow, like Jack Harlow. I remember I had this one kid. I was into the auto industry, detailing cars and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, back then. And this kid name was actually Jack too. And he went to Atherton.
Yeah.
And this was back 2015, 2016, when I was first doing my events. My actual first event that I had was called Peace Fest. It was a music showcase and car show. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, man, have you ever heard of Jack Harlow? And I was like, nah, who is he? You know what I'm saying? This was before anybody knew who he was. So he showed me his YouTube videos and things like that. And I was like, yeah, dude's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude need to be heard in the hood. I would love to get him on the stage in the hood, So actually had a couple conversations. Didn't work out scheduling wise, you know what I'm saying? And then fast forward to now, you see who he is.
Right.
It's like, shit, I already knew it was cracking. I already knew what was going on.
Right, the first time you heard him, huh?
First time I heard it. You know what I mean? I seen him, you know what I'm saying? He was, if I'm not mistaken, he was in some kind of alley in a car with his homeboys out in the Highlands or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Riding or something like that. And I was like, dude spitting though. You know what I mean? And he's not trying to be something he ain't. You know what I mean? And I think that resonated with a lot of people. He repped the Highlands. He wasn't claiming he's from the hood.
Right.
He repped Bardstown Road.
Throwing up gang sets and shit like that.
It wasn't his thing. I mean, Louisville got talent here. A lot of you hate it or love it. ESTG. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's doing his thing regardless of the negativity that come behind whatever he got going on with whatever it is in the city. That man doing his thing.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? If you can.
And he put on a show. He brought. I don't think that's ever happened. He came to the Yum and brought.
He come to the Yum.
It was amazing right there.
Your thing. Like I said, I don't hate on nobody. Out the city. I have mad respect for everybody doing their thing on the music scene. Everybody doing their thing on the fashion scene. I just expect nothing but good to come out of Louisville, man. Louisville got a lot of eyes on them right now.
I love Louisville, man. And I hate to see people talk down Louisville. I'm like, bro, you from Louisville. It's okay to want better and bagger. You want to go to Chicago or Cincinnati. You want to move to Houston. That's the cliche thing.
Right.
But come on, man.
What's crazy
you
is
can't run from yourself.
The people that live in those cities, they say the same thing about their own city. Everybody wants, if it's where you from, you there. You want to see something different regardless. But if you really look into it, Louisville got a lot of hidden gems.
It does.
A lot of hidden gems. You know what I'm saying? A lot of speakeasies, a lot of chill spots, a lot of spots where you can do some serious networking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For real. So that's one of the things that, like me and my lady, we find a lot of speakeasies, you know what I mean? And then we sit in these speakeasies and have our drinks, and we sitting down next to God knows who this person is. Now here we are exchanging business cards, and now I got a meeting with him coming with something else.
Real talk.
What I'm saying? So change your atmosphere, man.
I'm always networking, and like at Dills of the Dark event, we got in touch with Bella Ray.
Yeah.
We got in touch with the head guy of the Boys and Girls Club. We got an interview with him coming. Yeah. Like I'm always
Tanya White, I think she wants to get y'all on her show. You know what I'm saying?
White.
Tanya White, she actually was hosting one of the red
carpet. Yeah, she was. Yep.
She has her own show. Actually, me and her are working on a book, my book called Dressed Suited for Success.
Really?
You know what I'm saying?
What's that about?
just my whole entire story, man. I've had a lot of people hit me up like, my story can be a movie type shit. You know what I mean? And she got wind of it. And my guy up in New York, Cyrus Webb, you know what I'm saying? He's a publicist. Look for that on Amazon next year.
What's that? Your book?
Yeah, Super for Success.
We ain't gotta look for it because hell, it's coming back on the Big and Lazy.
Yeah, most definitely.
We're gonna roll it out on the Big and Lazy podcast, man.
We're really talking about in depth about a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff.
And I'm all about, like you say, gyms and drive. I'm all because you ain't got to give me no knowledge. Right. You ain't got it because I'm gonna take it from you.
Take it.
Me and you talking right here. You ain't got to tell me. I'm just gonna take some information. I'm a sponge. You know what I mean? Especially some positive stuff that's gonna help me. I'm never too old to be learning, too fly, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's OG, man. He had like back when I was doing my thing early 20s. I heard really wilding, and I remember he used to tell me, he used to give me all type of advice. I wasn't listening to shit. You know what I'm saying? And one day he did a demonstration to me. He said, "Give me a quarter." I gave him a quarter out of my pocket. So he said, "Ball your fist up." So he said, "The fist is your mind." You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to give you something. This quarter represents knowledge, wisdom, understanding, everything you need to succeed in life. That if somebody is trying to give you, they got it more than you. I got it. Now I'm going to put it here in your hand. I want you to grab it without opening your hand. Put it in your palm. Leave your palm locked, your fist locked, and grab it. So I got a quarter sitting right here on my hand. Now, there's no way I can put this in my hand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He said, that is your mind. You have to open your mind to receive what I'm trying to give you.
Man, give him
you dig what I'm saying?
For Big and Lazy,
Yeah, so when I opened it, he put the quarter in my hand and he closed it. He said, now I just gave you knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Now take it with you.
That's dope, right?
You feel what I'm saying? He said, so as long as your mind is closed and you ain't trying to hurt nothing, you ain't gonna get it. You're gonna continue to bump your head in whatever areas you bumping your head in. But the minute you know, like you said, listen to somebody who know a little something, somebody who got a little more knowledge than you, somebody who's been through more than you, and you gradually open it up, they can put that in your hand. They can put that in your mind. So you can get it and take it with you. And then it's your job to recognize when somebody else need it, and you open it up, and you take it, and give it to somebody else.
Right, reach one, teach one.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so that stuck with me, you know what I mean? 20 years later, you know what I mean? For real, like, it's wild, man. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk. So it was a wonderful talking to you, man. This is
yeah, most definitely.
It was a gym packed and a lot of game. And so where can they see you? You said you got a lot coming.
Yeah, November 29th, we taking out the CQ Princess Yacht down at Captain's Quarters, Black Friday, all black party, Black Friday. You know what I'm saying?
I seen
day
it.
party. We got that going on. Not doing nothing this Thanksgiving. Last year we gave 520-something turkeys last year.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Walked out of Walmart with all the turkeys. You know what I'm saying? But not doing it this year, so I'm really just kind of vamping up for 2025. So this probably my last interview of the year.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? That yacht event will be the last event of the year. And like I said, I'm already meeting for 2025 events and locations. So once everything is finalized, I'll see more of that and what's going on and where it's all going to be.
Is this your first event on the yacht?
First one on the yacht, man.
Okay.
First one on the yacht.
That, man.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So all the information's on there.
Okay.
It's on my page, man. Give it my peoples. They'll get you together. But definitely.
I appreciate that, man. Appreciate you stopping by.
Appreciate the invite.
This is the Big and Lazy podcast. Follow us on everything. We on everything. And all our links is on bigandlazy.com. And our pay for service, we got early access, $5 a month. That is not even 25 cents a day. We like them starving Africans used to be, for 10 cents a day, you can get unlimited content, unlimited, you know what I mean? I'm telling you, man, become a member, man. It's Confirmed Network. We got an extra tier. We got unreleased Dope Razor. He's RP Dope Razor. It's unreleased. We found some unreleased files, so we threw them on there. Man, we love y'all, man, and we out, man. Appreciate the support.
What it is.
This podcast was produced by B. Haywood for Confirmed Podcast Network.
Peace.